Hey there everybody, I'm Justin and you're watching My Random Reviews 411.
Hey there everyone. I decided to make a quick short video. I wanted to show you guys how I've been trying to use my lights the last couple of weeks. And well, it's just not quite working for me. This here's how I've been having my light stand set up. Basically it's just a PVC pipe with a little piece of carpet at the bottom. Goes all the way up to approximately what height my ceiling is, with more pieces of carpet. The thing is that the ceiling is not at all straight whatsoever. And honestly, Charlie likes to throw up against things, especially things that will go kaboom. So yeah, he's knocked these over a couple of times, and well, I just want something a little bit more versatile that I can move around a little bit easier and stuff as well. So today, I'm going to go ahead and make some light stands. I got this idea from Frugal Filmmaker. I'm kind of going off of his plans on YouTube here. He's got a whole bunch of frugal light stands and video rigs and things like that. And yeah, I really like his layout. It's the cheapest one that I could find and the least complicated. So I guess, well, here we go. I'm using 1-inch PVC. He used 3/4. I don't know, I just liked how strong the 1-inch was. For the way that I did it, it kind of needed to be less flexible than the 3/4. I got a bunch of fittings, enough to do 2 of these. And I was using a bone saw to cut these before, but this time I actually got the actual cutters. So he says 6 6-inch pieces. So I'm just going to go ahead and measure my first one here. I'm just going to do it approximately. It doesn't have to be exact. Alright, now I'm doing this a little bit different than he did it, because I'm not going to have different sections to make the holes different heights. I'm just going to have it to be one great big long one. And I also got the connectors here for the ends instead of actual caps like he got, because these were actually 20 cents cheaper. And they don't need to look pretty. So those go on there like so. And then 2 go on like so. And there we go. I got one stand. I'll just take a long piece of PVC and shove it in there, and I can attach the light wherever I want to along the stand. There we go. There's my stand with the 2 lights on it. It is 6 inches longer at the top than my single light stand is. And I found out today why you use the plug ends. That end doesn't come out as far as the T's do, so it's still a little bit wobbly. Let's see if I can show you guys. You can see it's not really that perfectly stable. Alright, so it's the next day. I just got back from the store and I picked up a whole bunch of these, as well as some more connectors to be able to make a 3rd light stand. And so now what I got to do is I got to take these little connectors off the ends of here and replace them with the elbow connectors. So I guess let's get to that. So now that leaves me with 8 of these little connectors here. So I wasn't originally planning on doing this, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these long pieces into sections to make it a little bit easier to be able to break down if I do want to bring these someplace and be able to put them in a box or, you know, a bag or whatever to transport them. Alright, so now I've got 3 main bottoms and I've got 8 of these little connectors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use 2 of the connectors on one of the poles here, another 2 on another one, and then I'm going to use a total of 4 of these on another one so that I can have a lot of littler pieces to really be able to get in those fine little detailed shots. Like if I want to put light behind a person or me or an interviewee or whatever, I will be able to do that. You know, I can mix and match these as much as I want. So I figure having some smaller ones will definitely come in handy as well. So now I'm going to go ahead and cut those out. Alright, so no real surprise. Either my math was off or I cut some of these wrong and put too many cuts in too many. But what I ended up figuring out was 2.5 feet was right about the right length that I wanted each section to be. So I ended up with 7 2.5 foot pieces. Well, they're not exact, as you see. There's a few of them that are a little longer or whatever, but that's not that big of a deal. And then we ended up with one that's probably closer to about 2 feet. And then I ended up with this little one right here that doesn't have a connector piece on it, which isn't a big deal because it will probably end up just being put into a base with a light attached to it at that height anyway. So here I've got my 3 bases, and now I just got to put them together so that I can go ahead and put these lights on them. Alright, there we go. So see, it really didn't take that much to put these together, and I think they're going to work out pretty nice. Now that you guys seen how I made my new light stands, I'm going to show you guys what I use for lighting. And it's really simple. It's just one of these clamp lights here. This size I got at Home Depot for like $5. And then I went and bought I think it had 4 LED lights in it. This one here is 1500 lumens. You can get them in lower lumens, which I do suggest. I bought these because I wasn't sure how bright they were going to be. So basically you just take this, screw it into there. So now that we got this done, you're going to probably want to diffuse it. And what I've been using to diffuse my light in the last few reviews is just oven parchment paper. Really easy to do. You just roll out a little bit here. Place the circle on top. Make sure that you got, you know, 1/2 inch on each side or so. Make it a couple of cuts. Now what you're going to need is a couple of clothespins. For these little ones, I really only need 2. But what you're going to do is put the parchment paper over it. Doesn't really matter what side goes over it. And clamp the parchment paper on just like so. Now what you're going to need is something like gear snake or some wire or, well, pretty much anything. I like the gear snake because it's got kind of rubber and so it kind of grips. What you do is you just take your stand, clamp it too. Now as you're going to see, it's not going to hold itself, but once you get that gear snake through there, wrap it on there and plug it in, and voila. Alright, so now I've got my lights, I've got my light stand, so hopefully now there'll be a little bit better lighting in reviews for you guys. And well, if you like this type of video, let me know down in the comments section. Let me know if you would like to see more like this, or maybe you don't. And if you did like this video, make sure you give me a big old thumbs up down below. And for random reviews every week and more videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Until next time, you guys all have a good one. So I was getting ready to edit this video, but I just want to show you guys something real quick. So here's Charlie laying on a old rug that I had underneath my desk that's super dirty and nasty. Here's Charlie's bed. Nice, comfy, cleanish bed, and he decides that he's more comfortable on the nasty, hard
Rug.